Right, so 2014 question number 11. Right, so let's see how to do this. Alright, so now question number 11, part A says they have given a fx. So they have said let a be a real number and let fx be 3x cube plus 5x square plus ax minus 1. Right? So then they are saying 3x minus 1 is a factor. Right? Then they are asking to find the value of a. No? Right? No? So basically we can use the factor theorem. So what is the factor theorem? By factor theorem, so the factor theorem says, now if you equal this to 0 and x is basically 1 over 3, no? So factor theorem says when f is equal to x equals 1 over 3, this will become 0. That's what the factor theorem says. So we can just use it here. That is, so now if 1 over 3, that is 3, 1 over 3 cube, 5, 1 over 3 square plus a 1 over 3 minus 1 is equal to 0. Correct, no? So I can cut these off. So this will become minus. That is basically 3 squared plus 5, 3 squared plus a over 3 minus 1 is equal to 0. Right? No? So I am going to multiply the whole part by 3 squared, that is 1 plus 5 plus 3 squared a minus 3 squared is equal to 0. Right? So this is 6. This is 3. So this is 6, this is 9, so this is minus 3 equals to 3, so 3a is equal to 3. So a is basically 1. Right, so that is the first part that they are asking. Right, so you can actually write this as then 1. 3x square plus 5x square, so 3x cube plus 5x square plus x minus 1. Right, so that is basically the first part. Right, so now we came up here. So now fx is what? x cube plus 5x square plus x minus 1. Right? And we know that this is a factor of some, this is equal to 3x minus 1 and some gx. Right? So they are saying that so then they are saying to express fx in the form of 3x minus 1 x plus k square correct, no? Right? So that's what they are asking. Now the division method that we use, right? So now in that division method there can be problems from the usual method that we did. But this is the logic here. So I'll tell you a more theoretical thing or a very something to memorize and also a and also the logical explanation of it. Right? So now the theoretical way is this. Now I have to rewrite this as no. So theoretical way is this. Now I am going to take this 3x minus 1. So I am going to write this as, I can't put 3 here. I have to say 3 out. So x minus 1 over 3. Right? Then you get, so let's consider this as A and this as B. Okay? So you write this same thing, same way. And you write the B part here. So that is what we usually do. 3, this is 1, 6 times this is 2, 3, 1, 0. Right? Then this part you get this part. You have to divide this by A. That means 3. That is, you will get 1, 2, 3. So this will be basically gx, x square plus 2x plus 3. Right? No, sorry, 1. 1 if you divide by 3 is 1. This is basically x plus 1 square. Right? This is the theoretical way. As in what we did before was when A was 1 in the previous past paper. Right? So that's the difference here. So write this down. So then I'll tell you the more logical way. Why we divide by this A and all. Okay? Right, so we got this now. Right, so now this is a very technical way. So now let's see how this actually comes. Right? So now, I'm going to write this as what? 3 times x 1 over 3 gx. Right? So now this is, I can write this as like this too. So now if I use this method, so now this is like the original method that we did. So I took the 3 out, okay, and now this is the original method that we did, where now A is 1, right? So now the answer we will get here is what? The answer we will get is 3gx. If you do the division by this, okay, you will get 3gx, not just gx, right? So now if I do this, redo this, 3, 5, 1 minus 1. 1 over 3, 3, 1, 6, 2, 3, 1, 0. Right, so now we will get this. So this is basically 3x squared plus 6x plus 3. What is this? This is basically 3gx. So for you to get gx, you divide by 3. Right? So basically you get, for you get gx, divide by 3 is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So that's the logic here. That is why you divide by 3. That is why you make this theorem up. Right? So this is the logic. Right? So now basically you can straight away write this down now. Now gx is 3x minus 1 x squared plus 2x plus 1 that is 3x minus 1 x plus 1 square. So case 1. Right now, so what do they say next? So they ask to find k, then by writing 3x minus 1 in the above expression in the form of bx plus 1 plus c, where b and c are constants. Find the remainder where fx is divided by x plus 1 cube. Alright. So basically we have 3x minus 1. They are asking us to write that in what? The form of bx plus 1 plus c. Bx plus 1 plus c. So basically b will be what? 3 if you compare these. And what's the constant? Constant is going to be minus 1 is equal to, so now this is x. Constant minus 1 is going to be b plus c. Correct, no? So b is basically 3 plus c minus 1. So c is going to be minus 4. This is basically 3x plus 1 minus 1. Right, so this is one of the things they are asking. Then they are telling us to find the remainder. Alright. So then fx is equal to then what? You can write this as 3x plus 1 minus 4 x plus 1 square. 3x plus 1 cube minus 4 x plus 1. Right? So this is the remainder. Remainder you get with the minus. Right? So this seems very easy. No? So this is actually the answer. But some people do a very silly mistake. Right? So don't do this silly mistake. Okay? So if you are ever think of doing this mistake, just remember this is wrong. So what some people do is that they now divide this by x plus 1 cube. Right? So then this will get cut off and this will become 4x plus 1. So some people write this as the remainder. Right? So now if I tell like this now, let's say I want you all to divide 17 by 5. 17 by 5. So the answer is 3. So the remainder is 2. No? ඉතුරු 2යිනේ. අපි කියන්නේ නැහැ ඉතුරු පහෙන් 2යි කියලා. Right now? So that is the same logic here. So this is the remainder, not this. This is basically wrong. This is wrong. Okay? Alright, so let's go to part B. Right, so what does part B say? So now part B says let ABC be real numbers and AC is not equal to 0. show that 0 is not a root of the equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. Right, now they are saying something very important here. That is that AC is not equal to 0. Now you can derive two two conclusions from this. What is that? If AC is not 0, that means A is also not 0. C is also not 0. So if either one of these are 0, right? AC can be 0. So that means both of these are not 0. Right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute. So I'm going to take this as so I'm going to take fx as ax square plus bx plus c. Right? Well, then what I'm going to do here is, so I'm going to take when f x equals 0, that means f0. This is 0 plus 0 plus c. So now you know that c is not 0. That means f0 is not 0. That means x minus 0, right? X minus 0 or basically basically x equals 0 is not a root from the factor theorem. Is not a root of fx from the factor theorem. So this is pretty straightforward, right? So now or else you all can do the normal derivation part from dividing these and get the answer as well. But this is much faster and easier. Right, so that's done. Then they are asking, so let lambda be equals to alpha over b, show that is alright. Okay, so there is ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. The roots are alpha beta, right? No, so basically we can find the alpha plus beta. Is minus b over a, alpha beta is c over a. Then they are giving this lambda thing. Okay, they are giving something called lambda, which is what? Alpha over b. Right? Then they are asking us to show what? Show AC lambda plus 1 square b square lambda. Right? Now you know, so now you can find it in this way. Right? But it can be tricky. Okay, so for this sum it might not be that tricky, but it's always safe and easier if you can isolate this term. So what I am going to do here is to write this as what? Lambda plus 1 squared over lambda is equal to b squared over AC. Now this is very important even for trig questions. I am going to prove this. I am going to prove this and then I can get this too. Right? So now I can get, so now what I am going to do, I am going to prove this. So what is that? Lambda plus 1 square over lambda is what? Alpha beta plus 1 square alpha beta. This is alpha plus beta beta square alpha beta. Right now? So then I'm going to cut one of these betas out. So then I'll get alpha plus beta square alpha. So alpha plus beta square is what? B squared over a square. So minus gets cancelled over square. And alpha beta is what? C over a. Right now? So now one of the a's get cancelled off. Then you will get b squared ac. Right now? So then you can cross multiply and then get ac lambda plus 1 square lambda b square. So that is what they are asking. Right? Right. So then what? Then they are asking. Then they are saying PQR is a PQR are rational numbers and PR is also not equal to 0. So this is basically the same as this, but in different symbols. Right? So and then the roots are roots will be gamma and delta, and again there is a mu. Okay. So now here we found out that lambda equals alpha over beta, and then from that we found out that what? Lambda plus 1 square over lambda is basically b squared over ac. So we found this before, right? So now here then they are saying another equation, that is px square plus qx plus r. The roots are gamma delta, and again then there is a mu called gamma over delta. Right? So now because these are similar, right? And then so now this also says AC is not equal to 0. This also says PR is not equal to 0. Right? So these are basically similar ones. So you can basically say that mu plus 1 square over mu will be equal to q square PR. Right now? So these are all similar. What are they asking? Then they are asking, show that lambda equals mu of lambda equals 1 over mu holds if and only if AC q square equals PR b square. Right? So then they are asking us to show if AC q square equals PR b square, then lambda equals mu or lambda equals 1 over mu, or basically the other way, right? If these are true, then this is true. That's what they are asking you, right? So I see something here. So for me, I see that going from here to here is much more easier than going from here to here, because there are two instances here. Then we have to do two separate equations, so that's going to be hard. So you can get straight away from this. So what I see here is that this. I can see this here. I can see q squared over PR is equal to b square over a here, from here. Right? So this is basically what? Now if I say this as 2, from 1 and 2, I can say that this is as mu plus 1 square over mu is equal to lambda plus 1 square over lambda. So what we need to do is we need to simplify this and get the answer. Right? Right now, so now we need to simplify this out. So let's see. And so I'm going to cross multiply this. Then lambda mu square plus 2 mu plus 1 mu lambda square plus 2 lambda plus 1, then lambda mu square plus 2 lambda plus lambda, lambda square 2 lambda plus 2. So I can cut these off. Okay, then I can get the common factor here as lambda mu, right? So it will be mu minus lambda. So here we can get here lambda minus, right? So then I'm going to take this mu minus lambda as common factor. So that's going to be mu lambda. This is going to be minus 1, which is basically the other way around of this. This is 0. So here you will get they want a lambda, right? Right. So then we go to the last part, that is, it is given that the roots of the equation kx square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0 and 8x square plus 6kx plus 1 equal to 0 are the same ratio. Right. What are they saying here? Right. So now there are two equations. Kx square minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Now let's so I will assume that these the roots are alpha beta here. Then and I'll assume that the root ratio is lambda, which is basically alpha over beta. So then there's another thing, 8x square plus 6kx plus 1 is equal to 0. So let's assume the roots are gamma delta and the ratio is okay. Now what are they saying? Now they are saying, so now I can use, these are just arbitrary stuff, no? So these are just arbitrary roots. They are saying that what? They are saying the equations are the same, the roots of the equation. Okay, roots of the equation are the same ratio. That means these are the ratios. So basically, what they are saying is, in the above equations, lambda is equal to mu. That is what they are saying, right? So that means Therefore, right, so now basically if I compare this with the previous one, that means this has ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. A is going to be k, b is going to be minus 3, c is going to be 2. This has px square plus qx plus r equals 0. P is going to be 8, q is going to be 6k, r is going to be 1. Right? So now if this stands, what did we find? We found out that ACQ square is equal to PRB square. Correct, no? Right? So if this stands, we just need to substitute and see what is A, that is K. What is C? That's 2. What is Q square? That is 6k square. Is equal to what is P? Is 8. R, that is 1. What is B? Minus 3 square. Right, no? So this is basically K 2 6 into 6 K square 8 3 into 3. This is minus will get cut off anyway. Now what do I see here? I see here 3. This is a big 2. 3. Now 2 is 8. 8 is here. So basically K cube will be 1. That means K is 1. Easy, no?